Shortly before leaving for Midnight Hollow, Helia discovered that her son Helix's girlfriend, Pepper, was pregnant. At the behest of Helia's father, Hugh, she agreed to stay in Monte Vista with Helix and Pepper and the baby until Hugh passes on at the very least. "It's just as well," said Helia. "I've heard from some colleagues that the town is pretty dull and common. But what do I do with myself now?" "Write a book," says Hugh. "You're more creative than anyone else I know. Use your imagination for something unscientific this time." "Great suggestion," Helia replies. "I'm going to write a Gothic horror novel about Midnight Hollow, and when I finally get there, I can soothe the sting of disappointment at how much it sucks with some cool cash, once I sell all those milquetoast dummies a copy of my novel." And so, the story of Sadie, Ariel, and Dashel was conceived, along with Helia's bizarre, gothic, dusky incarnation of Midnight Hollow. At the very least, it would never bore her. Hey everyone, welcome to Let's Play The Sims 3 Midnight Hollow. This is the world of Helia's dreams, not some sleepy, satisfied community with tight-knit bonds over how normal and boring they are, no. This is, in fact, a world where the underdog rules. And of course, that's a deliberate business decision because everybody loves an underdog story, so that's more likely to make the novel sell. But aside from that, she just misses the chaos of university. Monte Vista is a very special place. It's gentle, it's rolling, it has golden sunbeams, and that's definitely more than Helia can take for extended periods of time, and Isla Paradiso was that much worse. So, in the world that Helia is going to create, everything is dark, everything is depressing, and the sun doesn't shine. Because if there's anything to be known about a Gothic novel, it is high drama. So, that being said, let's introduce you to Helia's characters. Come on down there. Alright, so this is Ariel Darling. And he used to be one of 3 owners of the local toy factory. Now, he owned it with Daisy and Carl Sparrow, and they each split the interest 3 ways. And what happened is he's a rather talented inventor. So, one day he says to himself, wouldn't it be great if we had a machine which made it faster for us to make toys, so we can make children happier? Because that's the kind of guy he is. He didn't realize that the toy machine would actually make his craft of toy creation somewhat obsolete. They didn't need him, they didn't need the other workers who handcrafted the toys. The toys could just be made by people stopping in. It was basically like a Build-A-Bear workshop, but with more variety. So he was naive in thinking that that wasn't actually going to be a thing. He thought that he wouldn't lose his job. He thought that Daisy and Carl would stick by him, but in fact, when the company became more efficient, they sold their controlling interests to another party, and that party used their leverage to take his controlling interests, leaving him with very little money and rather expensive bills for a house, which he had when he did have more money. And basically that's that. He split from his wife amicably, and it just wasn't working. So in the past few years, he's lost his business and his dignity because people in the town think he's an idiot. They thought, of course, he should realize he was going to lose his job if he created this incredibly efficient machine, which pretty much made his craft obsolete in the region. So yeah, they all kind of think that he's generally pretty stupid, and they don't deal with him very much. Then there's his son, and his son is named Dashel, and he's at the toy factory right now. He's out there looking for part-time employment, but he figured he'd stop in and see how things were at the Golden Ticket toy factory, and he's pretty upset to see just all of these things here representative of the fact that his family is in some financial dire straits and it needs to be worked out, and his father is essentially the laughingstock of the town, so he's not too happy, but he came here to check things out in general. And of course, we have townsfolk. Helia knows that people love Tim Burton. She also knows that people love Burton-esque hipster clothing, so that's what pretty much everybody in town is going to work, and it makes them look cool, and it makes it, look effortless for them being weird and themselves and all of that, because everybody, like I said, likes an underdog story, but they also like a story where people are just themselves. And Helia, above all else, knows branding. So, that's that. Now we have Sadie, who is the daughter of Carl and Daisy Sparrow. And she came to stay with Ariel and Dashel because really the family, they're still friends, and the Sparrows are trying to make inroads, get back on Ariel's good side because he is a rather talented inventor, and they want him to create other machinery for their business endeavors and maybe join them again, but he's so hurt and so angry that that's not likely to happen. So, in order to smooth things over, Sadie is here with them. And that's pretty much it for the intro you're going to get right now. Let's go over their traits and let's just get them going. Sadie right now, she's homeschooled, so she's downloading her homework. Sadie dislikes children. She's a schmoozer. She's evil, and she's ambitious. So she is actually going to get started on her homework, but she's going to get help from Ariel. Why don't you go ahead and stop reading that? Oh, and there's our university friend. Always, always. Now after they get going on the homework, we'll take a look around the house. I'm losing my voice right now, just so you know. Sorry about that. Why don't you... Always browsing. Why don't you go upstairs? And I think one of the main things he would probably do would be to keep a tab on everything that's happening in the toy factory and just be aware of it so that he can tell his father if there are any major developments or if the place is doing well or poorly. Because obviously Ariel isn't going to want to come here and do that himself. Alright, are they working on the homework together? So Sadie's only been here a few days, but she realizes that there's something so pure and innocent and kind about Ariel, and she hates that and wants to possess it and crush it. So Sadie has sort of set her sights on Ariel as a romantic interest, but they are so incompatible, and she's much younger, and he's very nurturing and is unlikely to actually want to have any sort of romantic involvement with a teenage girl. It's put him in a bit of a complicated situation, because regardless of anything else, he doesn't want people to think, on top of being naive and foolish and having people laugh at him, he doesn't want them to think that he also chases after young girls and that he would take advantage of the situation he's in. So that's also something that's been sort of freaking him out, but at the moment Sadie is fixated on doing well in school because she is so ambitious. Is Dashel still hanging out? What did he make? Let's make another toy. The Bang It Kids drum. Now I know that some of these toys have additional gameplay. This is not from a story standpoint, this is from a meta standpoint. Okay, let's make something. I know that some of them have... Let's make the baby playmat have additional gameplay, which I think is really nice. And again, this is me talking about the world itself. Oh, she's gonna scare him. Is your homework done? Okay. And there are people downstairs, I think. Oop. Oh, crap. Hang on. I really want to show you. I know you probably saw it in the producer walkthrough, but I haven't had a good look at it. So let's see. They can handle things themselves for now. So yes, anyway, I think it's really nice that the premium item here comes with additional gameplay mixed in. I like that a lot. I haven't really seen enough of the world to make any sort of judgment, so we'll have to see how that all goes. Now, obviously, he can't misfit monstrosity. I think he didn't make it correctly, so... Uh-oh. Well, he can't keep spending money because we don't have... Actually, let's make a kite. Let's see if that works, though. Now, he actually has one of the hairstyles from Midnight Hollow, and Ariel is currently wearing... She's plotting with him. Or at least she intends to. Is there a problem here? Ariel, oh, his other outfit. I have to have him change his clothes. Ariel is wearing, changed every day too, one of the tops, and then his outerwear is one of the tops. There are a lot of women's clothes and hair that I will be putting on Sadie later. Now, a number of the hairstyles are available for teenage girls, and also teenage boys to wear, which is nice. She's asking about his day, and she's stressed. Now, I've never done the homeschooling thing, so we'll have to see how that goes. In case you're wondering, that is from a mod. So, yeah. It's from the NROS Careers mod. Yeah, she wants to send a text. Should either of you go downstairs and, like, you know... Are those people still hanging out outside? There's the creepy truck. Yeah, go here. Invite everyone in. Book it. He's still browsing. Wow, they just browse around. Okay. People seem to flock to this lot, which I guess will be handy later on when it comes time to meet people. When does he have school? Oh, and his kite is working. Okay, let's go outside and play with the kite. I don't know if we need a lot of space, so actually let's just go outside. Here's the little artificial carousel, but I think it's well done. Some seating in there. This is a very neat lot. I like it. Okay, play with your kite, please. Oh. You can do it. Is there like a skill? Ah, there we go. Yay! Oh, see, this is nice. This is really nice. Now, along the lines of not having all of the clothing and hairstyles and all of that activated yet as well, I'm not going to be doing an in-depth review thing. We'll have to see how things go over time, and I will just show off features as they come up. Don't go startle people. Ask her about her career. Sadie wants to start another business in this town. She wants to match her parents' legacy because they're famous around here. Oh gosh, okay. Shared traits. So they're both ambitious. Applauding her hard work. Compliment music. Oh, you know what? I don't even have my headphones on. It'd help if I could hear. There we go. We've learned that Nadia is a virtuoso. Ariel's a virtuoso. Why don't you come say hi to her? Thank you. Are you done with your kite? Okay, he's back inside. Alright, now his traits are he's absent-minded, brooding, family-oriented, and good. They do have a lot in common. Alright, why don't you two chat? This might be an opportunity for someone in town to actually be nice. Although I'm not positive that Sadie will be super happy. Why don't you talk about music? Super happy that this Nadia is stepping on her game. Okay. She wants to see a ghost. We'll have to go and find some ghosts. Oops, he's standing in the table. Now, this house came decorated, and the houses in this world, just like with the other ones, have decor from the actual world itself mixed in with base game. And I think they did a really, really fantastic job. I think the tone of this world is excellently executed. Alright. Now he wants to be in a graveyard during a full moon, but we're not going to have a full moon. What should we do? Dashel, he wants a part-time job. Why don't we get him a part-time job? What are his traits? Like, we just a family-oriented, good, do. He should work in the education career. Visit School of Hard Knocks. Alright, do that. And then the kids should actually have a driving class as well, so we can get... Yeah, he can attend a driving class. Oh, and also the premium content and the specialty lots are so far, from what I've seen, very, very interesting. Where are you going? Do you constantly have to be entertained? School janitor. Like cleaning up after other people? Enjoy being ignored on a day-to-day basis? With no respect from anyone? Well, you are unlocked. A career in janitorial services should be right up your alley. Alright, why don't you watch her play? Sadie's like, I'm gonna go stand over here. Why don't you speak with Conrad Finley? I think Sadie's young enough. She's very, very smart. She's very crafty. But she's young enough to think that flirting with a guy in front of the guy she likes, even though he probably doesn't like her and isn't interested in someone her age, would actually be enough to make him jealous. Why don't you ask him about his career? And also, Sadie comes from a place where she's used to having a professional chef prepare her meals and all of that, so she actually doesn't have a lot of real-world experience. She doesn't know how to cook. She has almost no valuable skills. Alright, so why don't you compliment his personality? Let's see. Let's see if Ariel's paying attention at all. Apparently not. Nope, and he seems unhappy about that. I guess it's not that big of a deal to her. Alright, so why don't you learn how to cook a little bit? Halia would want her young female character to be well-rounded. If not, you know, a complete jerk, because that's what Halia likes. I think Halia would be happy if everyone were a jerk, actually. What is this? The library? He should probably go home. Alright, there you go. And let's make sure she doesn't burn the place down. Now, right now, Ariel is currently paying out pretty hefty sum to a storage space, which is holding on to all of his inventing tools and his workspace and all of that. And it's actually becoming untenable because they're reaching a point where he has to pay about $5,000 a month in order to afford it. In fact, a payment is coming up right away, and he's not sure exactly if he's going to be able to manage it because now he has 2 youngsters to look after, and to be perfectly honest, he didn't tell the Sparrows exactly how bad things were financially. Why don't you use this and take a bath? Now also, Sadie has literally just gotten here, so her plan is to redecorate her room. Because Sadie likes things to be blue. She likes light colors, she likes things to look cheerful. And they gave her the room with the balcony, but everything is dark charcoal gray and a bit depressing. So she's hoping to make a little bit of money with a business venture of her own, which she has in mind, and hopefully that will elevate her to the financial... Excuse me, I have to hiccup. Okay. She's hoping that will elevate her to the financial status that she desires in order to match and even outdo her parents. And she's also hoping that she'll be able to just move here and own the town like they used to, because they no longer live here. You gonna take a bath? Then you should probably eat. And he's going to use the bathroom up here. This right here, the red one, is Dashel's room. And then upstairs here is Ariel's room. And they like things to be sort of dark and atmospheric. That's how they like things. That's how people in this town prefer things to be. Okay, now she's going to the bathroom. Everybody has to go pee at the same time. Who are you talking to? Okay, there you go. So a good part of the reason why Sadie probably wanted to make a meal for them as well is because she hopes to convince Ariel that he should go into this business venture with her. She knows that he's on his last legs financially. She's looked around this place, and it is a shadow of its former glory. It used to be much nicer. Nothing's been cleaned, nothing's been dusted, and he just has this hollow look about him that says, everything that I ever worked for is gone. And that's part of what Sadie's attracted to, but at the same time, she wants to use that to her advantage in manipulating him and opening up this business which she has in mind. I don't know, not you, Sadie. So Sadie, come on down and have a seat. You need to talk to Ariel about your dream. Most people are still just standing around our place. Oh, are you looking out the window being pensive? Alright. Why don't you call him over? Chat with him, please. What are you, 2 ships passing in the night? Come on. Okay. So she's going to enthuse about the new house, and then cry on his shoulder about being rejected and how sad she is to be away from her parents. She's gonna ask him about the show he was watching and flatter him. And then she wants to share her idea. Of course, Ariel thinks she's being a little awkward. She is a little awkward. Oh. Okay. Apologize. Okay. Why don't you flatter him? And let's chat. So now she's going to share her big idea. What she wants to do is take his inventing expertise and her eye for design and everything cute and open up a children's and infants' toy and furniture and clothing emporium. Something which will completely blow the toy factory out of the water. What do you say? You gotta tell him more. Come on. Alright. Get to know him. And she's sort of just feeling him out here because that seems like the best idea. He can't seem to let go of this dream he has, which is to open or, continue making toys and being this presence in the community and bringing happiness to children and all of that, yada yada yada. But she really, really wants to make money and embarrass her parents, essentially. So the easiest way to do that, she sees, is for them to team up and open up a business which is necessary to the community, but along the same lines. She has an idea for the name, she has an idea for the space, and really, she just needs startup capital, which would require the very last of the money that they currently have. So that's where I'm going to leave it this time. And I want to say thank you. I know that the house is rather dark. I'm going to be, as we get some money, I'm going to be upgrading Sadie's room. Well, she is, with her money. Because she will have earned it. She's a hardworking girl. And beyond that, I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think of this world. Let's do a quick pan over, because I think they did an excellent job of executing the feel that they were looking for. I think I'm going to enjoy playing here, and it doesn't hurt my eyes because it's not too bright and all of that. So that's something, I suppose. It's cool. We'll go check out some of the lots around town. Maybe Sadie and Dashel can have an outing. Maybe for her homeschooling, Ariel will take her around to have a good look at the rest of the town. And, I can put a basketball court out there. I might do that. Alright, so, sorry, the camera keeps bouncing. I'm trying to see stuff. Okay. So, there you go. That's pretty much it. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna sign off. So, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.